All righty. What's up, guys? We're going to be doing a little bit of a recap here as we do on our Thursday live streams. And let me just get right to it. We've had something pretty exciting happen this past week, and that is on our main channel, Brand Creators. We hit 100,000 subscribers. Yay. And I actually did a video talking about what's next, but I thought I would actually go a little bit deeper here today. I've got Scotty here with me today too, so we're going to talk through it. We're also going to talk about why 100,000 subscribers is good, but it's not necessarily what allowed us to be successful on that channel. And quite honestly, it wasn't up until I'd say about 2 years ago right now that we were under 25,000 subscribers, and we still were able to produce a significant amount of money through that channel, between 6 and 7 figures, depending on the year. So I'm a big fan of new channels and small channels because I think they have a lot of potential, which also leads me to another thing that I'm going to share with you guys here today. Something that kind of blew up in a bad way. And I don't mean like a bad way that it hurt us or hurt anyone else, but it did let us know that we might be going down the wrong road here. We talked about doing a pivot on this channel, and we did a pivot, a pretty extreme pivot. And we realized that I think we got to repivot back a little bit. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some plans that we've got moving forward. We're going to talk about just everything that happened between now and last week. And that's really what these are going to be about. If you guys have any questions for us when we are here live or even on the replay, let us know in the comments. Also, one thing I would love for you to do for me is let me know, how did you get notified of this live stream or of this video? If you're watching this after it's live and it's over with, you're still going to be able to see the video. And if you're watching this, if you're a viewer that's watching it after the fact, let me know in the comments, how did you discover this video? I actually did a fun little experiment the other day, and I'll share some of those results with you guys here today, which I was blown away by. All right. So with that all being said, let's get Mr. Scotty in the house here. Scotty's got a little bit of a cold, a little bit of a cough. I don't know if it's cold, but I think I don't know what it is. You got a cough.
Yeah, trying to manage it. So if you hear
trying
me
to
mute,
manage.
that's why.
Yeah, so he might be muting down a little bit today, but we are going to be talking, like I said, about the 100,000 subscribers. Scotty, I mean, I know that was a milestone for us, but like, what are you thinking now that we hit 100,000?
I mean, honestly, I don't know yet because we still have it's only been a week, not even. So I'm still kind of waiting to see what this is going to turn into. If subscriber count really matters, does it put us in a different pool? Will we get more views? Like, I don't know. I think for us, it's more of, it was a goal we had in mind. It took us a little over 2 years to get. I mean, realistically, it took longer than that. But as far as pivoting the channel, it took about 2 years. And I think it was just more of us feeling accomplished that we were able to hit that goal. And I don't think it's necessarily going to change the vision of anything and ultimately give us way more opportunities. I think it's just going to be, number one, we get the plaque, we get the play button. We get to say that we hit 100,000. It might give us a little bit more clout when people are looking at our videos, right? But as far as reach goes and all of that, I don't see it doing much different because, I mean, we know, multiple people that have, way over, 100,000 subscribers, right? And some of their videos only get a couple thousand views, and then some will pop, and then some will only be a couple thousand. So does it mean that it's definitely going to give us more views and more revenue and all of that? No, but I think it's just a good milestone to hit. And I think as a creator, that's one of your first goals, obviously, to hit, because that's the first play button you can get. So I'm just excited to be, that we finally got that, because something we've been talking about, and it was a slow growth at the end.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was great, and then it kind of slowed down for a while. So that's one thing that I'm excited about, that we hit it now, because kind of we can take a deep breath and be like, okay, we hit that goal. What's the next goal now? And the next goal, honestly, really isn't as much for that channel. It's more for this channel now. Now it's, how do we grow it? What we did over there and do it over here, but now it's in a different niche, in a different area, right? And how can we, produce that. So yeah, I'm excited going forward. And yes, we will keep everyone updated on, if 100,000 subscribers, the number makes a big difference for content reach, revenue, all of that.
Yeah. The only thing that I see, actually, let me try something here real quick. I got to remove you and then add you back. There you go. I'm better. I like to be on that side.
You know what you can do though? Just letting you know, you can drag that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so the only thing that I think that the subscribers in the very beginning, your first is 1,000, right? Your first one is 1,000 because we want to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And that's what we want to do. Okay. And once you hit that, then it doesn't really matter. The only time it would matter is if you are like in our case, right? If we only had this channel and it was at 4,000 subscribers, like we have, right? We have like 4,200. If we had 4,200 subscribers and I was going to say to you, hey, let me show you how to grow on YouTube, you'd be like, okay, but you only have 4,000 subscribers. So then it's like, it's a number that people are going to give you authority for. But I have a channel, Brand Creators, that is over 100,000 subscribers now. Now, here's the other thing though, and this is something that we're going to be playing around with, is I don't want you to think like you need 100,000 subscribers. I want you to think along the lines of, I need 10,000 subscribers of the right people. And more importantly, I want emails. That's what I want. And it's funny because Skyline Acres VA had said the 3:45 email makes me go, oh yeah, today is Thursday. Got the live stream coming up. I sent an email at 3:45 and here Skyline Acres VA is here. Okay. So now there's a lot we can go into there. We're not going to go into that right now, but the other thing that I think subscribers helps anyone do is it will give you an initial, I don't want to say boost, but you'll get some views from your subscribers. What that will do is it will also kind of test it to see how your thumbnail performs, how your retention performs. And once that happens, then YouTube might look at it and go, okay, now let's open it up to a fresh audience. Right? That's the only advantage that I see with that, as far as having a bigger pool to have it go out to of people that are interested in what they signed up for. And then that would help you maybe get more reach quicker. Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like too, like if you were saying now, like right now we're at 4,200 or almost 4,300. If we didn't get another subscriber at all, right? But our videos got more push and more views, I would be totally fine with not getting another subscriber for the rest of my YouTube career if it meant that my videos would do better and I could still collect emails and all of that. Because what we've learned is subscribers don't mean jack. Like it doesn't really mean anything besides the monetization. Once you get past monetization, like if I got 1,001 subscribers and it kept me over monetization, I would be fine with that.
Yep.
Because that's not where you're making your money. And someone did just say, I imagine the subscriber count helps a bit in terms of working with brands too. Now that, yes, that might be a thing. But honestly, I'm not even 100% sold on that anymore, because now it's more about the views than it is about, or the reach, than the subscribers. I mean, before our channel got to 100,000, I mean, at the time, I think we had, I want to say maybe around 60 to 70 when, I mean, even earlier than that you were already getting some brand deals coming through for brand creators, where you had people wanting some sponsorships and stuff. So I don't think you need all that. Even, I mean, we can bring up Alexis, my sister, she had a really small account, but she was doing blog stuff, but she was getting, brand deals with not having a lot of subscribers and all of that too. Like, I don't think it's about the subscribers. I think it's about the push. If every video you put out there got 10,000 views, you're going to get brands that's going to reach out to you, even if you only have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. I think that's the thing I want to really highlight there. I know for a fact that a brand deal does not care how many subscribers you have. They care how many views you're getting. They can't check the subscribers to see how many people actually watched the video, but they can see the views on the video. So subscribers to me don't mean jack, right? When it comes to a brand deal or getting a sponsorship, they just care about views. If you had
they care about views, but they also care about the clicks that comes from it too.
Yeah. But let's say you had 2 million subscribers on YouTube, but you only get 1,000 views on your videos. Do you think a brand cares that you have 2 million? They're like, they could have been purchased. You could have went and bought those. You know what I mean? Scotty's dying over
here. Dying over here. I might have to even get off the camera.
Because you had that acai bowl. That's what I told you not to do because it's all cold and it's making your chest cold. It's all right.
I've been coughing all day. Okay.
All right.
I've had 2 glasses of tea. I've had it all.
Let's move on here. The Diary of Daniel. Well done. The email was what brought me here too. Awesome. Awesome. And I'm going to talk about email here because that is one of the main focuses. And what's really crazy, I'll share with you guys too, the numbers that we're at right now for our emails for this channel. The other channel, my brand creators channel, at one point we had over 80,000 email subscribers, but what we've done, and this is what I recommend people doing, is we basically will prune the email list because as people come on the list, they may fall off and they may just be there, but they're not opening your emails. So we clean those. And right now we're at a solid 20,000 subscribers, a little over 20,000, but it's very, very engaged. So like when we send an email, I'm getting 40% open rates, right? That's unheard of. So now on this one, we'll talk about it because I'm going to kind of go through like what it looks like. And that's why for us, I want to, like, this is my thing, right? Like I built a channel, New Portrait Biz. I talked about that channel, 16,000 subscribers, but well before it was this 16,000 channel, it had 1,000 subscribers. And with that 1,000 subscribers, I was able to make my first $12,500. And if you guys didn't watch that video, I'll link it up in the description so you guys can check that out. But that's just about building an audience of the right people and building an email list. And so what I really want to do is not necessarily say, let me show you how to build a channel to 100,000 subscribers. What I want to do is I want to help you build an audience and build an email list. So then you can in turn offer them things that are going to help them and that they want and that they need. That's the game. So it's kind of like, you know, you and I kind of played around with some names, Scotty, something like small channel profits, like something like that, because honestly, everyone out there has this big vision of like, I've got to have 1 million followers. I got to have 100,000 subscribers. You don't. You do not. All right. I'm telling you right now. Now, and we'll get into it, but we have a small email list for this right here. And we're going to eventually launch a little mini program and we'll probably do well. Okay. And we'll talk about that. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Grandma Jeannie says, I'd be happy with 1,000 subs. I just got to 57 this weekend. Well, congratulations. That's 57 people. Put 57 people into a room. There you go. My question is, how many of those 57 do you have on an email list? None? You don't have any yet? I shot a video that shows you how to do that, by the way. You should probably go check that one out.
Yeah. And also, because I know we're not going to dive deep into this, Dad, I just want to share this real quickly. This is just talking about getting that subscriber count and all of that. We did post a video the other day. And I'm just going to share my screen real quick and I'll let you get back on task.
Well, there's no task.
Your bullet.
We're just sharing. We're just sharing here.
Yeah. Except I love how it's not letting me. Oh, wait. No, that's not why. What the heck? I want to share this. And
Eleanor says, congratulations on the 100K and sorry to hear the pivot on the live video school didn't work out so well. It's all right. We're going to talk about that. Actually, we're going to do just fine. We actually got repositioned here. We're good now. But yeah, you got to test things and I'll share with you. We were getting good views, but wasn't the views that we wanted. So let's we'll leave it at that for right now. Are you going to get that up, Scotty, or you need me to?
For some reason, my screen won't share to that tab for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I'll show you later when I can find it.
What are you looking for? And I can maybe pull it up on my end.
Our recent video that did good, the easy mode one.
Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and pull that up. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments for us though. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and I have to switch accounts. And there's so much to do over here, isn't there? All right, here we go.
I still get on my screen won't share though.
Let me go ahead. That's you, isn't it? Or is that me?
That's you.
Oh, that's me. Okay. Let me go into here and we'll go into the studio.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So
No,
this
not this
video,
one. Go to the
this
easy.
video I just posted this morning, by the way, or
Yeah.
this afternoon, actually, 4 hours ago. But yeah, you want me to go into
Easy mode real quick.
the easy mode one? Let me go out of there. Go here. And that is this one right here.
Yep. Just go to analytics.
Analytics.
Yep. All right. And this is reason I'm bringing this up is because with Grandma Jeannie saying that she got to 57 this week, like that's awesome. Now, I just want to show you from one video, like this video right here, we've gained 155 subscribers. And we're going to dive deeper into this later because we're going to be talking about the pivot we tried that didn't work for us, and then now going back into what we want to.
It kind of worked.
Which kind of, yeah, I'm not saying it didn't work. It wasn't what we wanted. Wasn't what we wanted.
Yeah.
And we'll explain that. But even on that one, in some of the other videos that we were doing, we weren't getting this kind of subscriber count from those videos, right? And so that one thing that we went into with this, and we'll explain this more later, but obviously growing on YouTube, talking about that, right? But one thing we found, and this has been a trend of ours, right, is finding things that is already working. So, not reinventing the wheel, finding something that's already working, but then you're just putting your own spin on it and you're putting your own content into it, right? So, and what I'm explaining is the title. So in this title, you're going to see the main thing of this is there's easy mode in there. Right. This is a title where we saw, and it's not the same title. It's reconstructed, but that easy mode phrase, we saw this the day that we did the 24-hour live stream. We saw that same video go out from another creator. I don't remember who it is, but he put it out, it blew up for him. Right. And then after that, we started seeing people doing this kind of trend. Right. So this is when we had our business meeting the other day. I said, Dad, why don't we just try it? You do what's different for you, which is explaining our version of what's going on and explaining everything. But then also he's, as you notice in the thumbnail, the whiteboard. Right now, we're starting to differentiate ourselves from other people's content, all of that, right? But I'm like, easy mode is something that a lot of people have been putting on because it's trending right now, right? Why not go with the trend, but we're putting our own spin on the trend? So if you notice, right now, you could probably look up on YouTube. You're not going to see anyone that has easy mode for over 40 creators unless they just put it up because there wasn't anything when we posted this, right? So we did talk about YouTube, talked about easy mode, but now we're putting our own spin on it, talking about for over 40 creators, right? And we're targeting that niche. We're also targeting the demographic, which is over 40 creators, right? And if you remember, the reason we got this channel to monetization was mainly from one video that was targeting over 40 creators, right? And so that was something that was a trending thing, which was why you must blank or why whatever. What was it? People over 40, whatever. Now that was why you must start. No one ever made that before him, but the why, starting with the why and must do this, that was the whole trending topic thing that was going on during that time. You're going to see now, and it's funny because I see it on the homepage now. You see people doing the same titles now. They're not getting any views because it's gone. Like the trend's gone. It's done. Right. So this is what we talked about is finding those trends early on and then being able to put your spin on it. So whereas, obviously for your niche, but then also for your demographic too. And by us doing that in this video, besides it just getting the push from YouTube for general broad topic of YouTube easy mode, because that's what everyone's liking and clicking on. Now you're doing the over 40. So now when people that are over 40 that are interested in this, and we're going to talk about the comments, and when you go into these comments, people are resonating with this. And the comments shows I think we're almost to 300 comments on this video. We're at 200 and something comments on this video. And they're all resonating with that. And a lot of people, because my dad in the video said, how did you find us? And you're going to see what we're going to talk about today, which is the home feed and all of that. But you're going to see now that all these people resonated. So what does that turn into? It turns into just subscribers, right? So we found the area that we need to stay in, the lane that we need to stay in, which is the over 40 creators, but it's also being able to stay on the topic of the trends of what's going on and then putting our own spin on it, right? And so that's what we're kind of going into right now, as we talked the other day, is staying on top of like what's working. Why go away from what's working right now? Now, this easy mode in a month, if we put it up, it might not work. I mean, this was what we said a month ago.
It was a couple months ago,
right? 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. About 2 months ago, we saw this, right?
Yep.
So
we never did it though at that time.
No, we never did it, and no one else was doing it. There was like 2 maybe videos, right? But now, if you look up easy mode, you're going to see a lot of them going down there. Even like the big creators are doing them now, right? You know, I mean, you got Nate Black, you got all these guys. You know, I think even Think Media might have did it. Like, you got a lot of people doing them now. So now it's like we got to find those trends, you know, put our own spin on it, and then get ahead of it, right? So like, I think this is something we should have even done a month ago after we first saw it. Right.
Yeah, but how do you know? You know what I mean? Like you don't know, but
that's just us learning about it, right? That's just learning about it. Now we're going to kind of go forth and start kind of having this kind of, you know, I guess vision when we're looking on the homepage now. That's what we're kind of looking for. I mean, we sat down the other day on the couch and I told you, I was like, I'm looking for what I see keep popping up. What do I keep seeing that keeps popping up over and over? Whether it's in our niche or another niche, what is YouTube like pushing because people are clicking on it? There is
right. But you also have to do that, Scotty. You also have to do that as a fresh user. Because if you're the one that's doing it, then your feed starts becoming that. And I mean, people have talked about that. Other like, you know, YouTube gurus have said, you know, basically create a new YouTube account and then use that as your research tool by just going in there and searching for things in your niche, and then let it come back to you every day and feed you with what the algorithm thinks that you should be seeing. Versus you and I might be clicking on a rock video, and then I might be clicking on, you know, just whatever. Right. And then all of a sudden my feed is kind of a mixed bag. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you can learn from that, but then you got to start learning from your own stuff too. And I think there's a mix between it all. But anyway, let's kind of move on here. Like, I do want to show the comments and stuff here in a minute, but I did want to just finish my points there on the 100K and hitting the 100K. And things like that. So let's just wrap that up. I've got some notes here. So, you know, why subs don't matter as much. Like I said, because if you're able to connect with the right audience, I don't care if I get 800 views a video, as long as it continues to build my email list. That is the key. All right. And here's the deal. Like, a lot of times people are just doing this to get to monetization, to basically earn money from monetization. It's the wrong way of doing it. I actually posted this the other day. I posted it in our community tab, and I posted a screenshot celebrating the 100,000 subscribers, and basically just was kind of like encouragement for people to keep going. And I didn't take out like how much money was earned for that month. And it was like 3,200. And I had a guy in there, because I had mentioned like this channel has produced between 6 and 7 figures over the years. And he was like, well, it only says $3,200 a month. If I multiply that by a year, it would take you 30 years to make $1 million. And I'm like, you don't get it. You don't get it. You know, you're just looking at that one source of income, which I don't even care about. Like, that's not even the thing I care about. Like, that's the only thing people look at, is like the monetization from YouTube. If that's your strategy, it's going to be a real long road. So I don't look at that. Yeah, it's nice to have. I've had some months that we hit over $6,000. Great. Love it. Awesome. But it's not what we're not building it for that. It's a great way to get monetized early without having a training or having affiliate products. It's a great way to do that. You don't have to have a big audience to get or you don't have to have sponsors yet. Like, you can get to that. But man, don't miss the opportunity of having a small channel of the right audience. It goes back to the true 1,000 fans again. It's like, if you have those people and you can help those people, or you can provide value for those people, you will be rewarded, period. Like, end of story. So anyway, got a little bit of a rant going on there. All right. So the other thing is, email is still number one, like I said. So basically at this point, all we're doing now is studying and testing more titles. Like, that's what we're doing. Like, if you really want to win at this game, you have to get good at titles. Like, bottom line, it doesn't matter how good your content is. It doesn't, I mean, it matters, but you're not going to get more views because you have a better polished video if your title sucks. If your title does not reach the people you want to reach, the video does not matter. Like, you can work for days on your editing and your soundtrack and your jump cuts and your sliding graphics and all of that stuff. No one's going to see it because you don't have a good title. The title's got to do two things. It's got to, number one, be something that the algorithm knows who you're trying to target. In our case, it is, right now it's people over 40, small channels, new channels, and YouTube. Like, that's what we're going after, right? It's clear because we put it in most of our titles. All right. Once we get the attention, now it's a matter of them coming in. And now you notice I have the little whiteboard that I'm trying out, and I'm having fun with it. Actually, it's a pretty cool little prop that I got, and it keeps me on track. But that's my thing. And it's easy for me because I can just go ahead and I can write out my bullet points. And the other thing is too, it's a great engagement piece because guess what? I don't fill in everything off the bat. I leave blanks. Why do I leave blanks? Because it helps people want to stick around to see me fill in the blanks and get the result. So there's a lot of cool things we can do there, but it doesn't, we always focus on title right up front. Like, Scotty and I sat down for probably an hour the other day, just brainstorming and talking and poking holes in different titles. So that's like really, really the big thing. And then the other thing is just staying consistent. Just staying consistent. Brand creators were posting their 5 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. And the reason why is because if we have a video that's really taking, we'll take a day off and we'll let it breathe. But for the most part, it's, 4 days and then a live stream. And so that's that. This schedule over here, it's pretty much going to be as much as we can. We've went as much as every day. And then we went down to right now, we're about 3 to 4 times a week. So I'm going to say we're guaranteeing that we're going to be posting at least 3 times a week. And we're doing this live stream on Thursday, right? So that's kind of like that I wanted to share with you guys. Yes, it's a milestone. Yes, it's a celebration. Yes, we're excited about it. I don't think it's going to make like all of a sudden we get this big push from YouTube. I don't think that. But it's a cool number to have. And it's a milestone, and it's a plaque that you get to say, yay, look what we did. All right, let's talk about, or you want to say something, Scotty?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably kind of going into what we're talking about, but like we talked about this, like what's a goal for our channel, this channel right now? All right, this live video school. And we talked about it's not even subscribers. Like, the funny thing is, I don't think one time we ever set a subscriber count when we talked about this. The main thing, and this is little, guys, is I just want on average 1,000 views a video. That is it. Because here's the thing. Everyone, again, thinks you're only making money from ad revenue. You will make a portion from ad revenue if you do it right. You will make a lot more from every other way. And you truly, like we talked about, True 1000 fans, you truly don't need that many views in order to grow this into a full income. And that's what we're talking about with the email and stuff. If our videos only got 1,000 views, but we got 50 to 100 people every video comment that they want whatever it is, the 100K roadmap, or they want the hooks, the titles, all of that, right? I would rather take all the emails than even 10,000 more views, honestly, because we're going to be able to do so much more on the back end than we are with those views. And your that one video might get an extra $20 because you got 10,000 more views, right? Where here, that could be 20 grand. Like it's a 100%. Big difference that no one understands. And this is where I will put our little shameless plug in there. We have the 100K roadmap that we break down everything. It's a little playbook that I'll put up on the screen right now for you guys. All you gotta do is comment 100K and we will send you that. It pretty much just goes through how we've built on brand creators and other channels, my dad's channels before I was even helping him, to 6-figure plus businesses, and how you can do that without having 100,000 subscribers. I mean, how many subscribers did you have with the photography one?
16,000.
16,000. That was a 6-figure business, right?
In multiple years.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't like, a lot of people don't understand that even on a small scale. And I've talked about this before. When I did my my sneaker stuff, I was making $1,000 a month. Like I was making $1,000 a month, and I'm not talking ads. Like I was making more on top of that with ads, which was like $200. Like I was selling lights and stuff. I was selling shirts. I was doing all of this, and my email list had like right now. I just looked at it. It's like 1,300 emails.
How many subscribers does that channel have?
3,400.
3,400. Yeah.
Yeah. Making $1,000 a month.
So you know what, Scotty? I've got homework for you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to tally up how much you generated in light sales from that site, and then affiliate stuff, and then also your ad revenue, and tally it all up. And then we need to use that as another case study.
The only thing I can't do, unfortunately, the ad revenue went away because I'm no longer monetized.
Yeah, but can't you go back in and see what was deposited in your checking or PayPal?
Oh yeah, I can probably do that.
Yeah, just do that. So that's Scotty's homework. We'll have that next week. We'll have that next week. So
it's funny because you were talking about email, and that made me like think about that real quick. And I was like, how just important it is. And I told you, just to kind of test it, I put an email out, which I haven't talked to that list in like 2 years. I put an email out, and I'll share real quick. This one I can share. I'll share real quickly. This was maybe a month ago. I put this out. 1,300 emails, right? I had a 26% open rate, I had a 5% click-through rate. That was to buy the last light.
Yep.
Which that sold in 20 minutes of me posting this. Yeah. Which, like, again, like I was emailing all the time and stuff, and that's how I was generating, more sales. I mean, some days I'd have, I'd make $1,000 a day sometimes. It just depended on, how big of a launch I did.
Yep.
But it was good time. Good time.
Yeah. So let's use that as a little case study. Yeah. If you can come up with your number, get it down to the penny.
I will.
And you see, guys, right there, I'm doing a little coaching here with Scotty, because that right there, we kind of like aren't even using that as like any of the stuff that we're talking about. But when I'm talking about my new portrait biz thing that I ran for almost 8 years, I believe it was. And that did multiple 6 figures without having a lot of subscribers. Like that right there is something that I built and that I did. And that now this many years later, I'm using that as proof that I've done it with a small channel. And then I went on to build this brand creators thing, been doing that, built that into multiple 6 and 7 figures on that channel. And now I'm kind of qualified, at least I think so myself, because I've done this. And sometimes you feel like, well, I don't know. I haven't built a channel to 1 million, but does it matter? What matters is that I'm getting results, and that I've been basically self-employed for 20 years. And 15 of those are all online stuff from building audiences and using YouTube to basically build the audience. So like that little case study that we can share with you will show you another example of a small channel with less than 4,000 subscribers, and Scotty was generating over $1,000 a month pretty consistently. But again, he kind of let that fizzle out because, well, he had to ship them, he had to order them, he had problems with stuff, lights, this, that, and the other, right? So he saw that, hey, maybe I don't want to keep doing this, right?
I also was in college, and my I wasn't wholesaling it, so I was going through an eBay person, and they stopped selling the light.
Right.
So
yeah. So you know what I mean? It was good. It was good while it lasted, but it wasn't something he wanted to continue to do. But it's a great case study, because depending on what the number is, another case study, Scotty built a channel in college to pay for extra money, so he didn't have to get a part-time job, and he was making $1,000 a month from a little mini YouTube channel, right? That was taking him 2 hours to run per week, whatever. Like that could be the case study, So anyway, that was a little random tangent there, but that's Scotty's homework. So next week, hopefully he'll have some numbers for us. So let's talk about the pivot that we attempted to do and what we learned, and now how we're kind of repivoting back slightly. And so if you guys were here on the last, not the last one, the one before that, we were talking about us pivoting and not being so broad with YouTube stuff because it's so saturated out there. And like, how do we find our angle? And I think this is a good lesson for anyone. Like if you're entering a market that's really big, really saturated, and you feel like, how do I find my angle? You just have to think to yourself, what can make you original other than yourself, by the way, right? If you're someone that works on muscle cars and you're going to show people how they can do it themselves and they don't need to spend a lot of money, and you're going to be the one that finds all of these deals on parts for the muscle car, and you're going to try to build or you're going to try to remodel or not remodel, but rebuild a muscle car for under $5,000 when normally it would cost you $50,000. That's your thing, right? Like maybe that's your thing. So you kind of have to find what that is. And it takes sometimes reworking and seeing what happens. But we were going to, because I'm 52 years old, I actually feel like I'm retired because I'm doing what I enjoy doing. And I don't think I'll ever want to stop this because I like helping people. And it also provides a nice income that I only have to work a few hours a day if I want to. So I'm like, you know what? Retirement. Like this is a great vehicle for people that want to retire or are behind in retirement or people that want to do the FIRE movement. I'm like, people are going to love this, right? Like I want to get in front of that audience. And so we put out some videos and then I started to see the comments come in. And I was going from comments that were like, this is great, Scott. This is awesome. Scotty, you're awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. This is great. Love it that you guys are working together. I've learned so much. I can't wait to start my channel. I can't wait to build my channel. That was so helpful. Whatever, right? You go from that to people saying, this is a scam. There's no way you can make money online. How dare you try to take advantage of retirees and all. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where did we enter? And I was messaging Scotty and I'm like, Scotty, I don't like this. And you're like, oh, just calm down. Just calm down. I mean, their views, we'll see, and I'm like, Scotty, I can tell you right now, I'm not liking it. The ratio of good to bad comments is like way upside down. It's like not even 80. It was like 90% bad to 10% good. Right. And I'm like, I don't like this. People are complaining. Then they start getting political, start talking about like, why it's going to be better if this one's elected versus that one, my social security, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I don't want to be talking to these people about that. I want to talk to them about building YouTube stuff and building a small channel and make 6 figures. That's what I want to talk about. And so I'm just sitting there and I'm scratching my head and I'm like, we got to pivot here. Like we got to pivot. And so then we did, but I wanted to just show you guys something real quick. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. Okay, so that's that. Let me go back into here. Okay, so let me get into let me go back here real quick. Okay, so if we go into, okay, so this one here got 3,886 views. Okay, and the title was 52-year-old reacts, something terrible is happening to Gen X, how to fix it, right? Now, I basically got that idea from a guy that talks all about retirement. His name is Azul Wells. Look him up. He's got a great channel. But I was looking at his stuff and I was like, that's a great title. But I don't want to just rip off his title. I want to actually use it from my perspective to where I can look at it and go, okay, he's right. Gen Xs are in trouble. Here's what we can do to fix it, or we can help them. Right. And so that's what I did. Well, we had a good amount of views. I think we had a good amount of comments too, but man, oh man, the comments weren't not great. They weren't good. I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling annoyed. And I was also feeling like these people are just angry. They're just not happy. Now, not everybody, I'm not going to call everybody out, but it just was not good. This one here. And I liked this title a lot. WTF. Okay, so what the F happened to Gen X and their retirement? Got 3,074 views, another 3,000 view video. I'm like, okay, this is good. No, it was not good because the comments weren't great. And people didn't care about YouTube. Why? Because we didn't have YouTube in the title. And so that's where I was like, okay, this is too broad, too generic. We can't keep doing this. Well, we did this one right here. 3 simple steps I'm taking to retire comfortably as a Gen Xer. Thought that was another good title. And that got 879 views. So not that great, but it was okay. Right. But still not great response. Then we said, let's go back to what we've been doing. And then here we are with 4,834, right? Almost 5,000 views. And these comments were awesome. Almost I'd say 99.9% of them were good. They were great. The other thing is we got a lot of subscribers from here versus here. Like if I go into here, let's see how many subscribers we got from this one. Let's see. Let's see here. 27. Okay. From 3,800 views. Let's go back to another one here. Let's go to this one with the 3,000. Let's see how many subscribers we got there. Let's see. 18. Right? 18. The other thing that was alarming to me, and Scotty, I showed you this stat.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it? How do you find that there? The likes and stuff, the ratio. It was
where you see that.
Maybe engagement. Yeah, it might be engagement.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? It's the getting the, right here.
Right there. To your right. Yeah.
Right here. Okay. 89.2% were basically likes versus dislikes. Our average on our channel is 98%. So that was low, a lot lower. I didn't like that. Good video, by the way. I thought it was great. Good view duration. Not bad. It looks like we had here too, 71% people stayed in the beginning. It was good. But then it kind of fell off a little bit here. You can see. And let me go back here. Now let me go back to the other video. This one right here. And now if we're comparing this, let's look at this. 155 subscribers from just 1,000 more views.
What was your likes on that one?
Yeah, let's go to that. That'd be audience.
No, engagement.
Or engagement. Right here. 99. 99.7%.
With more views too.
With more views. So yeah, didn't love that. A little lower here, which is kind of funny. 59% fell off, but then it kind of picked up and it kind of went pretty steady. So that was good. And the reach, we had 55,000 impressions. Click-through rate wasn't bad for that many views or impressions. So yeah, and here's the other thing that I wanted to really point out here. Okay. This is where it's gold. Okay. All right. So through these comments, okay, I'm commenting back and forth to everybody, by the way, right? Commenting. Look at all the comments. Okay. Now here's the thing I want you to really pay attention. 47 and starting a channel. Thank you for the advice. So 47, that's who I'm targeting. Look at this one. 100K. They're requesting the roadmap, by the way, the one that you can request too if you want it. Just put 100K in the comments and then I send it to you. Thanks for the information. I'm 60 and just starting. Here's another one. Let's see here. Okay, now here they're telling me how they found me. And I got about probably 30 people that told me how they discovered me because I asked in the video. A lot of people were saying from the home screen, which is really, really cool. But just keep looking here. I'm just going to scroll. And if you notice, look at had to subscribe, love your style and content, easy to chew and very inspiring. I like that. Right? This here, 100K roadmap. That means they want to join the email list. Let's see here. 100K. They want the roadmap. Your video popped up randomly on my recommended list, but I have watched other YouTube creators' how-to videos. So they sent a signal to the algorithm that they're interested in learning about YouTube. My video came up. You appeared in my home feed. They want the 100K too, by the way. See? So every time that we're doing these, and if you watch my videos, you'll notice I'm giving people the opportunity to download something for free that will help them. In return, they're giving me their email address, and then they will become part of my email list. You can unsubscribe at any time, but my goal is to make our content so good that you don't want to subscribe. And eventually you might buy something, but if you don't buy something, you're still paying me with your attention, with your time. And I'm okay with that because I know there's going to be some that are going to want to pay for things. And there's some people that aren't, but they're going to pay in other ways. So this is just super powerful. So we turned a fail into a positive, and that's what happened for the week. So that's what I got for that, Scotty. Anything else you want to add to that?
No. That's good.
That's it, huh? That's all you got?
Well, I kind of already talked about that before. So,
okay.
Just that I think the pivot was, it's kind of the proof's in the pudding, right? So, yeah, yes, it shows that you can get views in other ways. That's the good thing is it shows that you can get views, changing around your, I guess, niche, because it still was in our niche. It just was a little different angle, right? We can still get the views, but it shows that it definitely gives you a different audience, right? And so the algorithm is pushing you to audiences. I think that's another good takeaway is it's definitely pushing you to different audiences. And we just proved that because before that, those videos, we were getting positive left and right. We have the one video about the retirement, terrible. Next one about retirement, terrible. We go back to YouTube, they're in love with us, right? So it's like, just shows you that, it's pushing you to different people depending on what you're putting in your topic, your title, your thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. So for us, it's okay. We don't want that crowd. We want this crowd. So now we're going to cater more to the YouTube side again and kind of dive back into that.
We are, but the difference is that we are going to really lean into small and mighty. You know what I mean? Like small channel, but big potential. Like that's where I want to go. I wanted to also just show you guys this real quick. So if we look at the views, right here, check this out. Okay. The first hour was 79 views. By 1:30, 2 hours later, it was 106. And look it was just crawling. Didn't really do anything. For what is that? Is that 2 days? When did it start? Monday? Yeah.
It says first, Dad. If you look at the top part, it says how many days.
Yep. And then check this out. We started to see a lift. And the crazy thing is we saw the lift at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened on another video too. And it was like weird. I'm like, who's seeing this at 5 a.m. in the morning? And it started to pick up. And then once I saw we had 20 views an hour, 30 views an hour at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, this thing's got a potential to pick up. And it did. And then you can see it went up. Now it's starting to flatline a little bit. Then she comes back up and it looks like it's starting to tip up again there, right there. Yeah. You can see it's getting a little bit more of a lift, but we'll see. You can look at the impressions too. So here, it looks like it's still growing slowly, but it's growing. But the interesting thing is, and this is the frustrating part. Okay. This is the frustrating part. If we get into, well, let me go back. If we look at after that video, I posted this video. I got 100,000 YouTube subscribers at 52 years old. Now what? Right? 142 views. Now that was 2 days ago.
I still think that could take tomorrow.
It can. But I'm just saying, you would look at that and go, oh, that was a bomb. Nothing.
Well, yeah, here, I know it's not the video that we wanted, but go to the first 52-year-old reacts. Go to that video. Because that one, it took 3 days. Yep.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah, go to the analytics of that video.
Yep.
And you're going to see. Yeah, look at that. Look at the freaking spike. Look at.
Yeah.
Keep going until you get to right there. Wait, so, okay, so it took over a day. So, like, keep going.
Yeah, this was here was, what time was that? That was at 10 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, October 9th. And then this is October 10th at 6 a.m. And that's when it started picking up.
Yep. So about a day that one took.
Yep.
But the next one, might be the next one. One of them took like 2 days, and it might be the next one.
Let's see here.
That one,
this one? Yeah, which I would have thought would have kept going because that one there, I thought was good. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at. So October 11th, that one we posted at 1 p.m. And then look, nothing.
Yeah, you're a day in right now.
Oh, you're a day in. That's on a Sunday now. And then look at 6 a.m. starts to pick up. And then boom, we had this big spike. It grew, kept growing. Then it flatlined, and now it's just kind of flatlined. Like right now, last 48 hours is just 40 views. But honestly, on this one, I don't really care because it's not really the audience that we want. But I'm not going to pull it down. But yeah, I mean, this is the cool thing, right? This was the other thing too. I'll just show you guys this too. This was something I thought was interesting the other day. I think I know why. This thumbnail. I thumbnail tested this one here. And this one got 371 views. So it didn't get a ton of views. I thought it should have gotten more, but check this thumbnail test out. This one got 55.2%. This was 44, almost 10% more. Why do we think that this one did better than this one? Scotty, why do you think? It's the same picture, just different messaging.
100K.
Yeah.
Money.
Yep. You see 100K. People want to know.
People would rather say money than the year.
Well, it's that. And it's just like, I think that's when that catches your eye, right? It's like over 50 YouTube 2025. Oh yeah. Okay. Over 50 YouTube 100K. Yeah. I want to know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I thought that was a good split test that we had. Okay. But let's wrap this up with some of our, I mean, we're going to be honest with you guys, because you guys are here live. I mean, the 11, 12 of you, 15 we had at one point, I think today. And we know we'll get some people on the replay that watch this. Oh, the 16, we just bumped to 16, Scotty. I want to share with you guys like behind the scenes. So Scotty and I were talking the other day. We had an initial goal in our head that we're going to get to 1,000 email subscribers, and then we're going to roll out some type of paid workshop. And I've always done it where it's like a micro piece, like something that people struggle with right now that we could jump on for 2 hours and we can walk you through something and have you walk away with something that is going to move you forward. And then part of me is like, yeah, but I could teach the whole thing, right? Like we could turn this thing into like our formula for turning small channels into big profits kind of thing, right? And I could teach all the different phases. And that would be more of like, I don't know, a 2 or a 3 or a 4 session thing. And then I was like, but maybe we just need to start off with the thing that I think most people need help with, or at least I think they do. I actually did a poll on the community tab today. And I think it's titles. I think it's coming up with hooks. I think it's coming up with titles. It's not even to do with like the recording aspect. I mean, yeah, that's part of it, having a good intro, having all that stuff. But let's face it, we talked about this. If you don't have the visibility within search or within the discovery, it doesn't matter what's in the video yet, right? So Scotty and I talked about it. Like maybe what we should do is just do a one-day workshop on a weekend where we basically do, you can call it a brainstorming session, you can call it a workshop, but basically how we find title ideas. And then from there, also work with some people that want to give us their niche. And then we work through it with them. And then everyone walks away with title ideas that they can go and record videos. I'm curious in the comments. Now this would be a paid workshop. It wouldn't be much. It'd be under $100, but is that something that you would be interested in? And if it is, just in the comments, just put in workshop. Just put in workshop in the comments, and that'll give us an idea from you guys. Now I'm going to send an email, and if you're on the email list, you'll see how I'm going to do this. Because I've done it before in the other businesses that I've built. And it's going to be more of an email that's going to say, we're thinking about doing this thing. This is what we've done in the past, but this is what we're thinking about doing. Is this something that you would want us to do? If we get enough people that say yes, we will do it. And that's what we're going to do. So if you're on the email list, keep an eye out for an email like that. But I'm just curious, in the comments, let us know if we could sit down together, us, on a weekend for one day, couple hours, 2-3 hours. And all we did was we brainstormed and researched and found titles. You saw us do it real time, find our next 5 titles. You got to watch us do it. And then you got to do it right alongside us as like it was like a co-working space, but yet we were working side to side, but we were going to be there to help you and guide you. So let us know in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay, let us know there too. All right. So with that all being said, Scotty, that's what people can check in on. We're going to have some updates here next week. We'll be back next Thursday. We'll give you guys some updates with maybe some titles that we did. The videos, we'll tell you how they're doing. We'll tell you how the email list is growing. Oh, and by the way, I should probably do that too. I think that'll be good to kind of document our growth on emails. Let me see here. I'm going to check right now quickly and see where we are at. We are at right now 581 email subscribers. That's where we're at. So document it. We're going to document it right now. 581. All right. So we'll see where we're at next week, and then we'll keep building from there. And I don't know if we're going to wait till 1,000 subscribers or not, or email subscribers. We might launch something sooner. So we'll see. But I mean, we've been growing since that video went out too. Let me just go look at this real quick. We have had, yesterday we had 29 new email subscribers, 29, and we had 15 the day before. And today so far we've had 4. Okay. So it's pretty good. Our average open rate is 44.55%. And our average click-through rate is 7.54, which is really good.
That's great.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited about all of this. I'm excited to share it with you guys. So if you guys have gotten value from this, go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. That way there you do get notified when we go live. And that would be awesome. So Scotty, you got anything else you want to end with, or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go. Yeah, I had an idea. I might as well throw it out now since we're just talking. I think one of these days you come over for a meeting. I think we just let the camera go live and just let us talk.
Sure.
Through our meeting of some of the titles and of our future week. And kind of just not even think it's there and just riff. I just thought of that now. It's like, why not? I mean, we meet for about, 30 minutes to an hour. Just put the camera up and just let it rock. Just see what happens.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. Should we do that? Should we do like a really loose behind the scenes, set up the camera in Scotty's living room as we have a cup of coffee and we just kind of brainstorm what we're thinking as far as videos, titles, maybe monetization, like all of that stuff. Let us know. All right. That's going to wrap it up for today. We got a Yankee game to watch, Scotty. It's going to be coming on in about 12 minutes.
Yep.
So, yes, if you're a Yankee hater, that's okay. That's okay.
We're 2-0
But
right now. It's okay.
Yeah, we're 2-0 right now. That's okay. So yeah, we're excited. We're going to watch the game and relax. And tomorrow I'm heading to New York, visit some old friends. So it ought to be fun. All right, that's it, guys. That's going to wrap it up. And if you did want the 100K roadmap, put 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. And yes, you'll be part of our email list. And if you want to unsubscribe, you can. I don't think you'll want to, because we're just going to deliver some value, not some, a bunch of value. So stick around because we're just getting started, and we are going to be totally transparent here. So we're going to share with you everything we're doing to build this channel, but everything that we've learned from building the other 2 channels. So there you go. Have an awesome, amazing day, and we will see you next time. Take care, take action, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
See ya.